running all day.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the great cities of the world, London, England.
Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And last weekend, they pulled one out in a very low-scoring affair. It was all about their defense.
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally. Kept the ball clean and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
Well, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens.
And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play.
Here's Fields.
They'll find Lazard here over the middle. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a third and goal situation.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Garrett Wilson,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Jets take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And it's now a 7-0 game. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
It's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Broncos offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's in the midst of a very solid season, currently second in the NFL in passing yards. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, not exactly the way they drew up the start of this one, but a chance to redeem themselves and hit the reset button here on their second possession.
And I do like that word that you just used, reset, right? In a lot of ways, it's just shaking off what happened before, starting fresh, almost like it's your first drive all over again. Go out and put your best foot forward.
He completes this to Sutton.
And Sutton will have a Broncos first down as he'll get this up to the 39.
First and 10 at the 39.
Dobbins trying the left side. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42. This defense for the Jets, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
First catch so far by Pickens. It's good for a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now it's Nix.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Quincy Williams worked his way back for that sack. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
That's going to be caught by Pickens.
With a gain of 5. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To throw, here's Nix. A short throw to Ingram. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 24-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Another Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Jamie Sherwood there to make the stop. From the 23, here's a 2nd down and 9. To throw is Nix.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he will have the Broncos 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Here's Nix. Finds Dulcich out left side.
So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 8-yard line.
A give, Dobbins trying the right side.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
That is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
Marvin Mims,
His 4th touchdown on the year.
and the Broncos are an extra point away from drawing level.
Looks good on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Back on the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And he stopped immediately there.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields.
Over the middle, complete. That's Hall.
And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside, not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the 1st.
Brandon Jones got in there, knocked that away. If you look at this Bronco defense,
well, they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
Fields. Able to get away. Flushed out right. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Powering forward. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Motion man left is Lazard. 7-7, our score after 1. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple.
Here we go, son. 19 windy, here we go. All right.
Straight ahead is Hall. And now a fumble. The ball's out. It looks like one of the DBs has it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
You remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey. And nothing much materializing there in the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
This is 2nd and 8. Nix to the air. And it's a fumble. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a first down.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Throwing Nix. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Working out of the gun is Nix. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Dobbins running out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
And this offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Marvin Mims with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7.
14. Jets 7.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. New York ready to go again offensively.
That 7-0 lead of theirs is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up. Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They were losers to Philadelphia a week ago. Now they find themselves in the lead as they start this drive. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
Tackle on that play by Quentin Williams.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. Now inside the 25.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
J.K. Dobbins with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns.
Looks good on the extra point. And it's now 21-7. A drive there, just 4 plays.
And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. And New York set to take the field.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They got to get going.
Alex Singleton, a former Canadian league star, in on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29.
Here we go.
Now it's Fields.
And a completion to Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun, Fields. And he wants Reynolds way downfield.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And Denver getting set to take the field.
Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Gain of 15 yards. And the Broncos first down. First and 10.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Another run here with Dobbins. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
That was a particularly nice play, because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And they'll come up second and 7. Off the play fake, here's Nix.
He'll buy some time right.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Back to throw. Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 41-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here's a dude to Dobbins. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 23. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back to throw now on first down. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Second and 10. Looking to throw. Nix. Flush to his right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long. Nix from the shotgun. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The kick by Lutz is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively or offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already, They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Fields now to throw. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
22 yards. And the Jets, first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Gets past one man. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line.
They'll go again with Hall.
No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down.
It's Drew Sanders who diagnosed that play and stopped him short of the line.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
It's now 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will pin them nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Looking to put a drive together.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Nix.
He'll check this down. Dobbins out of the backfield.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A short throw to Ingram. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 110 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Operating for the gun. Nix. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
Jermaine Johnson.
It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And
guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. George Pickens, 61 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And New York set to take the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Ball again on 2nd down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
3rd down and 2.
Here we go. Right. Go.
Now Fields. That is caught. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 38.
Here we go.
Paul want to give up the middle.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. A shotgun snap, Fields. He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 17-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Play action. It's Fields. Wilson's got it on the crossing route. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
That's another Jets 1st down.
Here we go.
1st and goal.
They'll try the option on 1st and goal.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Justin Fields
Scoring on the 2-yard keeper.
And the Jets are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Steps away.
That's caught downfield by Pickens. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
yards on the play. And the Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 20.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Harvey now on 1st and 10. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down. 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
To throw is Nix. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Broncos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Lutz good on the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 23. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Here's Fields. He'll get this to Lazard. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 33-yard line.
Here we go.
Running left, it's Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. To throw is Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. Fields. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say they were caught off guard a little bit when they decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Minus 9 yards on the play, and now it's 3rd down. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Back to throw. Fields. Taking in left side. It's Wilson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Here we go, son.
Motion man left is Lazard.
19-20. Here we go.
They'll go for it. It's Hall. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the 1st down yardage. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Fields. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Here we go, son.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields. And Fields going to have the 1st down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact.
18 yards on the play. That's another Jets 1st down.
Here we go.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie.
Here we go.
And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continue to get after this quarterback.
Brees Hall, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Jets are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense and Bo Nix getting set for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. On the ground, it's Harvey to start the drive.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Nix to the air.
And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
That's good.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
From the 34-yard line, here's second down and 2. They'll go again with Dobbins.
And this time not quite to the 30. Will be down at the 31-yard line. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Off the bootleg, here's Nix.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down.
On play action, here's Nix. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
This offense so far on third down, they've been flat getting it done. 8 for 9 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. A short throw to Ingram. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. The kick by Watts is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Another go-around now for the Jets offense. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32.
Now it's Fields.
5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
A 5-yard gain on the play. That's good for us, Jets.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
It's It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 45-yard line.
Out of the gun, Fields.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Fields. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
4th down, Fields has to have this one.
Well, he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down.
Yard gain on the play. And the Jets, first down.
And with just over 40 seconds now remaining, he gets up and spikes it.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the 50, here's Fields.
He's got the hook up to Lazard. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Fields now to throw. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
12 more yards. That's another.
And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Don't jump.
They'll look to throw again. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
And now down to 14 as he spikes it to stop the clock.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Here we go, Side.
They snap it to Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
A gain of 24 yards. That's good for a Jets. First down.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses.